could please put your palms together for meditation reading. You can't stay in your corner of the forest, waiting for others to come to you. You have to go to them sometimes. A. Milne, author of Winnie the Pooh. Please join me in Gasho. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu.
I was reading an article in the weekly community newspaper called Nichibei Weekly. And in this article, it was a story of how a simple gesture of compassion and understanding can change attitude and the history. So during World War II, Japanese and Americans battled fiercely in the Solomon Sea. There was a young American captain, which the Japanese viewed as a very evil head captain. This captain lost many, many subordinates during this battle, and he held much anger and hatred towards the Japanese. Well, 5 years after World War II, this captain was sent back to Japan. And he was sent back to Japan to ensure that the Japanese government did exactly as the American government instructed. And he stayed in this Japanese hotel, which was very simplistic in decor and very plain. So to brighten up his environment, he took one flower and put it in a cup in this room. And he'd go off to work, and he'd come back, and he went off to work the next day, and he came back, and there was his flower in a very beautiful vase. And he was dumbstruck. He didn't know where it came from. And he went off to work again. Then when he came home, there was a bouquet of beautiful flowers in this vase. And so this American captain, was a little, you could say a little tense. And he went to the desk and said, I had a flower in my room, and now there's a bouquet of flowers in there in this beautiful vase. Who did it? Where did it come from? And so the hotel manager checked around, and he found out it was one of the maids that cleaned this captain's room every day. And so this captain said, I don't want any special treatment. I don't want anything, done just for me. And the maid said, basically, she said, I didn't. She goes, well, let me tip you for the flowers, or let me, pay for the flowers. She goes, no. I don't want any money from you. I didn't do it for the money. She said, I noticed you like flowers. So I went out and got you some flowers to put in your vase to make it more homey for you. He was shocked at the hospitality, out of the wisdom of this woman. And I should tell you a little bit. This captain was very, very angry towards the Japanese. And so his idea or his assumptions about them were they were cruel and they were mean or whatever. But this maid, every day, would bring him flowers and leave them on his desk. And after a while, he he realized that he has made too many assumptions about other culture. And he didn't see these people as mean or as something foreign. He saw compassion and kindness in these people. And he finally asked the maid, "Why do you keep putting flowers up for me?" She says, "Well, simple. You like flowers. I put them up." And she said, and she goes, "And my husband was a captain on a Japanese destroyer ship that also fought in the Solomon Sea. And he died. And this American captain was so heart-taken from that. He apologized to her. "I am so sorry because I may have been the one to cause his death." And she said, "Well, if my husband lived, perhaps you would have died." And he thought about this. And he thought about this. She goes, "I had no harsh feelings. It was war. It was the circumstances." She goes, "But you are here now." And this captain was so taken back by her compassion and kindness and her words that while he was still in Japan, he learned as much about the Japanese people and the culture as much as he could. And after a while, he was sent back to America. And while in America, there was still that negative feeling towards the Japanese. And he went around and talked and assured others of their kindness and their compassion and how well he was treated there. And it was just those little gestures, that gesture of flowers, that brought him to realize that there are causes and there are circumstances. Yet this maid did not feel any harshment or hatred toward him. So it's amazing how, and this is supposedly a true story, but it's amazing how this one little gesture of just bringing flowers to an angry person made that person realize that for some reason why he had that anger. And that's in like everyday life. You see someone angry and they take it out on you. And you go, "Well, what did I do? I don't even know this person." But I think we have to look on the other side to that person. There's something bothering that person. And they have no outlet. So they take it out on the first person they meet, which happens to be us. And we can't get angry at that. We can't get hostile towards them. We can only say Namu Amida Butsu. And just say, "I hope you have a better day today." Or maybe it's just that simple gesture of, "I am so sorry you're angry today." But whatever we try to do, we don't retreat into anger. We do not treat them with hostility. We can just say, "I hope you have a better day today. And thank you." So I ask you, what is your gesture of kindness? That little gesture of kindness to help a friend, a stranger, in their grief or their anger. that little time and think what I can do, what my compassion, what my kindness will be towards that other person. And it's always Namu Amida Butsu, in gratitude for the teachings that we hear and for being able to live with what we hear. And we are so thankful that we're able to share our compassion and wisdom with others as well as for ourselves. So it's always Namu Amida Butsu, our Nembutsu, in gratitude, thankfulness, and appreciation, and to help us, to give us guidance and direction when we need the help. So if you would please put your palms together in Gasho. You have to adjust. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. We'll have service on December 5th at 11 a.m. Please join us for a service. Thank you very much.